what this part of the book is called? This is called the front, right? And this is the back. And what about the spine, like the spine that we have, right? It holds all the parts of the books together.
I have a spine.
What do you guys think the book is going to be about?
I don't know. The animals.
Probably some animals, right? What kind of animals?
I have that book at my house.
At your house?
I have that book at my house.
Okay, so then maybe you guys can help me along while I'm reading.
My mom reads it to me because I don't know the word.
Okay, yeah, then I will help you with those words, okay? You look at the pictures and I'll help you with the words. And you guys, what does the author do for us? The words? Yes, the author writes the words. And what does the illustrator do? Huh? The pictures, he draws the pictures. All right, you can move to where you can see better. This is called Click, Clack, Moo, cows that type. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Yep. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type? Impossible. Click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. The letter says, "Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electrical blankets. Sincerely, the cows." Do you guys know what electric blankets are?
No.
They're blankets that like heat up by themselves. You plug them in and they heat up. So that the barn is cold, so they want blankets that heat up to keep them warm. It was bad enough that the cows find the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted an electric blanket? No way, said Farmer Brown. No electric blankets. So the cows went on strike and they left a note on the barn. Do you guys know what a strike is when people want to strike?
No.
So it's something when they want something and they're not getting it, they stop working so that they can hopefully get what they want. It says, "Sorry, we're closed. No milk today." So the cows are on strike. They're not giving him any milk till they get what they want. "No milk today," cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he heard the cows busy at work. Click, clack, moo. Click, clack, moo. Clickety, clack, moo. The next day, he got another note. "Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows."
There's the daddy cow.
Looks like a daddy cow, huh? The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn. "Closed. No milk, no eggs." "No eggs," cried Farmer Brown in the background. He heard them click, clack, moo, click, clack, moo, clickety, clack, moo. What do you guys think would happen if in real life all of our cows and our hens didn't want to give us milk or eggs anymore? Will we have milk and eggs in the stores?
Yes.
Yes? No, that's where we get our milk and eggs from. So if they stop giving it to us, then where will we get our milk and eggs?
Nowhere.
Right? Oh my goodness, we can't have them be on strike. Cows that type and hens on strike? Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs?
I see people.
Yeah, that's the farmer probably. Farmer Brown was furious. Look, his arms are up. He's like, ah.
Can you lift it higher?
A little bit higher. Is that better?
Yeah.
Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter. "Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. My milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown." Duck was a neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows. So they say that Duck is the neutral party. That means he doesn't pick a side. He's not on the farmer's side, and he's not on the cows and the hen side.
He's on the duck side.
He's on the duck side, you're right. The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. Yeah, all the animals. Those are some farm animals, right?
Why
The
did
pig,
you walk inside?
the horse, The sheep, the dog, and the cat, they're all farm animals.
Why are they walking?
They're having a secret meeting, that's why.
I have 2 dogs.
Oh, okay.
All
right, let's bring it back to the book.
Chewy was born with someone who sells dogs.
Yeah, that's usually where we get our dogs.
Last time I got some.
All night long.
My dog went to Abby.
Let's listen to the, you can tell me after, Lydia.
I was chasing my dog, Simon.
Okay, all night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. Duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. Dear Farmer Brown, we will exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door, and we will send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows. Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. The next, oh wait, let's go back. You guys see, it looks like they have their blankets, huh?
Chicken.
They're electrical blankets. They all have plugs and they're plugged in and they're laying with their blankets on them. So the farmer gave him the blankets. The next morning, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks. Click, clack, quack. Click, clack, quack. Clickety, clack, quack. The end. All right. So, you liked that book? What was your favorite part about that book?